Kitty. Envious as he runs this big old wall run, and I'm getting, oh my goodness, look how nerdy this is.
Look at that spot.
Oh, he's such a dirty nerd. I love it. As he got first blood on Brownie here, and the snipes haven't really been happening. This back and forth already. Cones last man alive for his team, and it's going to be a B site. He's way out in the open. His pants around his ankles. He's going to make something special happen here, but he's got two players in a pinch. Gets one. Clutch kill. Goes for the second, and it's a 2v1 situation that Dark-Sided walk away from.
The fact that he was able to pick up that assault rifle and instantly get the best of COD timing right there, that was sick from him. But he went up against a player with his back turn, and then obviously Envious, he had no idea which way he was going to come, the window or the door. He had a scope out. What are you supposed to do there?
Kitty fell short there. He just managed to turn at the wrong time, and boy, did it hurt him. I mean, really, that's a big win for Dark-Sided Cones. 2-0. Brilliant stuff from him. That's the first round Dark-Sided's hand. We'll have a jump on board with Infamous on the offense. Envious now, back with that snipe in hand. Going for something huge. Doesn't manage to make it happen. He's going to be backing up. Gunfights now ensuing. Tagged up heavily. Azzy and Perko get kills. Azzy's on a second. We'll jump on board with Spades. 2v2 right now.
Spades, he's been doing so well so far at this event. He's been showing up on a big scale here. Envious helping him out. Envious, I hope he's picked up an assault rifle to, you know, bolster their support there. But he's still using that scope, so an interesting thing to see that. But Dark-Sided, they've rotated to A here, so if Infamous are not too careful, they might be able to find out this information, get the bomb down, and work towards that. But it looks like they're going to go for the rotate here. They're just circling around the map. This could be so close here. If the Dark-Sided players aren't too careful, they're going to continue their rotation. Infamous are getting the bomb down on A, and that is going to be the 2v2 retake.
It's a large-scale ring around a rosies, a pocket full of posies, a tissue, and in a moment, two players are about to fall down. Envious still with that snipe in hand. We're going to see how this play unfolds from the defensive perspective. Envious was sniping the corridor. Actually, and look, I think this is about to play right into Kitty's hands. Yeah. This is absolutely ideal for him. If the timing works for him, he's probably going to be able to get a pick. He does get the information, and here we go. Here's the gunfight. Goes for the snipe, tags a body shot, doesn't manage to make it happen. Goes for the second, gets him. It's a 1v2 situation. Cones, can he make it happen again? He gets one. It's back to Kitty. Can he make it second time? He almost does. Cones, he's unstoppable. The man is a machine. He gets his rondo. Kitty, run! His life is on the line here. He's got 4 seconds left. He manages to not happen again, Kitty.
That was so smart from Kitty. He just ran. He was out of there. He's like, he booked it. 10 seconds left. He knows that there's no chance. If he can't get the kill, he's not going to be able to get the defuse. And that's what we're talking about with him, Envious. He's such a smart player on Search and Destroy. He probably instinctively, he probably didn't even look at the clock. He probably just knew that he didn't have time.
That's unfortunate for Dark-Sided. You know, if Kitty had been taken down there was potential for them to get one more defuse there, but the time wasn't exactly in their favor. Lovely stuff. We'll stay on board with Dark-Sided again as they have the offensive round now. Cones with snipe, not really going to happen here, so here comes the big old push towards B. All 4 members of Infamous in position to slow down the B push. It is going to go down here. B bomb. Spades gets first blood. Perko trades back with the refrag. Cones has already got his payload at the ready. He's having a superb series so far. Tied 1-1. 4-0. Big kills from Cones in the back end, man. He's having a good shot. Perko still alive. 2v3 at the moment. Infamous with the disadvantage.
I'm hoping that Envious doesn't have the scope in this situation. He's stuck between a rock and a hard place. He's going to go down there, leaving flares in a 1v3 here. I know that he's got it in him, but he hasn't been able to get too much done so far. Can he get the player planting the bomb there? Shaky shots from him, and now he's revealed his position, but he will find the first one there. Bomb does go down. He's probably going to get pinched from both sides at the same time. He goes past the player. He turns around, gets that kill. It's now a 1v1. Turns around once again. The player flying out the door here, just trading shots. How is no one dead just as of yet? Perko versus Flares. He spots him in the corner, but Perko's going to get that kill. Flares almost making a 1v3.
Oh my good God, Flares. My heart can't take this early on a Sunday morning, but it's Championship Sunday, so we're going to suck it up. Perko clutching up. Wow. Okay, when he turned with the shockwave,
I thought he had him.
Peed a tiny bit. Tiniest little bit of tinkle came out. I might have to change after this one. 2-1 already. Dark-Sided versus Infamous is a series to remember. Cones, we've talked about him earlier, 6-1. He's got Trinity, Rocket, and Scarab in the backpack. We'll kick this one off with him, even though they're on defense, because, frankly, he's playing out of his goddamn mind.
Yeah, he's got the scope out as well. That matchup against Envious there. He's going to spot a player sliding towards the B-bomb site. Might be able to get the shoulder peek here, but no, Spades is going to absolutely gun him down there, giving the man advantage to Infamous very early on in the round here. They haven't got the bomb down just as of yet. They're trying to play quite passively, but if you look at the top of the map there, it's going to be Perko on a massive flank, and he just went straight past two of the Infamous players who went through mid, so this could be interesting. But once again, Brownie, he's going to go down, yet to get a kill in this one. Yoshi tries to trade him out. He gets Spades, the key player for Infamous at the moment here. The Flare's still alive. He's already doing so well. 1v3. Make that a 1v2 though. Perko's being able to get one kill, but it's not going to get any more. Infamous leveling things out there, and that was a much more controlled round from Infamous.
Yeah, super slow. Infamous played that one really slowly, but they did exactly what they needed to. Perfect pinch towards the end, and then look at that. Flares catching that player out all on his lonesome as he went for the big old flank, but in that time, you know, unfortunate timing. If he'd been a little faster, he may have been able to catch him before the pinch went down and save his teammate. But hey, these are how it happens. We're going to jump on board with Darkside on this offensive round. Cones has been doing great. 6-2, no kills to Brownie. On the other side of the board, Flares is going 5-3. Beautiful stuff from him. We almost saw that ridiculous comeback 3v1 situation. This is a way to start the round. He doesn't manage to land anything, but you know that those players are there, and this is actually huge. Look at this wrap coming around the side. Cones is all alone. You can see 3 players from Infamous making a big old push towards back end of B. There is a Scarab out, and you can see the top left-hand corner. It did hit player number 7, which was actually Envious. He's still alive. Here comes the flank. He's aware of it, though. We'll stay on with Cones. He's got 2 players coming in from behind. His teammates are going to be dealing with that player in mid-map. Cones, this is huge. You can see them on the mini-map making their play through the right-hand side. It's about to happen. They're going to come through that doorway.
Flares.
He's going to scope him. He doesn't manage to make it happen. He gets taken down.
That was so unfortunate. His scope was just above the head of Flares, who slid in there, but Flares is not going to be able to do anything when he picks that one up here. Brownie, he's trying to get some tags in there. Sorry, I jumbled my words, but man, he was in a tough situation, and still, as far as I'm aware, yet to get a kill.
Well, he actually caught that last play with a hip fire,
Okay.
only just.
Yes,
so he's got himself off the donut, and he's moving on to lower carbs in the form of the breadstick.
Yeah.
James 3-2, Infamous just taking the lead here, but this is a very closely contested S&D. So far, not too much excitement happening around the A site. B has been the go-to. See how the boys in blue, Infamous, kick this one off. Envious with bomb in hand. I want to call him Kitty, but he's going with Envious these days. That's fine. We're just wrong with Envious. Don't want to confuse the viewers at home. Envious making the big play as he goes for the kill on Yoshi, excuse me, gets that first one. Straight away with the bomb arm. This is what we want.
Yeah, Infamous, they're playing this one so well. Darksided, they went for a 3-man push towards A, not spotting anything, and this Scarab is going to tell all, but as I say that, obviously the bomb does get planted, so nevertheless, Darksided now know they need to make their way towards the B bomb site here. 3 players are going to be watching behind from Infamous, and that's not necessarily where they need to be looking here, because all of Darksided are pushing in from the same direction. They don't have all the information they need just as of yet here. But Darksided, they've reduced it to a 3v3.
Darksided so aggressive, 18 seconds on the clock, make something happen here, and oh my good god, Perko with the drop bear, out of nowhere, Flares last man alive for Infamous, 10 seconds on the clock, he's got to defend that bomb, it can't happen, there we go. Well, we saw an absolutely clean drop bear play, and that is exactly what we wanted.
Yeah.
Shockwave for those at home who aren't totally in on the joke. But there we go, clean round to Infamous, smart plays, they managed to get the bomb down, defend it. Props to Darksided, though.
I wanted to see Flares chase that kill, though, after the 7.5 seconds were there, after there was not a chance he could get the defuse. Chase that kill because you're so close to getting your payload. Look at him. I think he's got reactive armor, and if he had got that kill, he would have had that payload to work with, but it's not going to be the case. Perko staying alive, though, can continue his streak. Oh, sorry, he wasn't on a streak there. I don't know what just happened, but Yosh, he's going to trade out for 2 there as he going down, as well as Spades now of 2v3 in favor of this Dark-Sided squad here. Infamous, they need to rethink their approach to this defense here and group up, go against, win these 2v1 gunfights. They could potentially still do it here. Bomb will get planted, and now it's up to Infamous to retake.
Oh, look, it's all going to go down in this position now. The timing. The player, Yosh, just moved around the corner, and now he's going to get tagged. Perfect trade. It's now all on Envious. 1v1. Envious versus Perko. Bomb is down. 30 seconds left on the clock. Oh, they're going.
Timing.
Okay, this is it. They're going to maybe make something happen here. Envious, you know, experience is going to come into play here. Take this one slow. He's got to get the defuse. 20 seconds left. Now the clock is not his friend. Maybe. Wants to make it happen. Shots are out. Doesn't manage to get the kill. Reactive armor. Clutches it up in the final second there. But James, was it worth it? Reactive to win the round? It's not exactly like game-changing yet, but we'll see if that one pays off in the long run. Perko making that call. He knew he was in a disadvantage in that gunfight. Turned the tables with his payload.
It's hard to say here because obviously they were down 2 rounds. If they went down 3, that was going to be game point for Infamous there, so maybe it was a worthwhile investment to use that reactive armor to stay within a 1-point game here. But we are going to be seeing Flares. He has picked up his reactive armor to use in the future. Flares, Envious, and Azzy all combining for 3 kills, leaving Cones in a 1v4. And this is the toughest situation. He's got the scope. He gets pinched from every angle. And Infamous, they're going up match point.
That was a straight execution. Cones was right in the middle of a menage a trois that no one wants to be a part of. And here you can see from Azzy's perspective, he took the back. Looks like Envious took the front. Thanks for your time, friend. That's one for the memory books.
Time for Infamous to win this one. It is their map to lose. Darksided, they can definitely get back into it. We know that these players have the potential. Perko is going 10 for 5. The man is on a mission to try and get his team out of the slump, but still Brownie with just one kill here is definitely letting down his team at the moment. Perko, he's going to be the bomb carrier this time around. I'd be interested to see whether or not Flares uses his payload. Speaking of using things, here's the Scarab out, trying to get some information plays. Not going to happen. Did spot one player, but that's not really going to be enough for this squad to work off. Infamous now. They're going to be getting streaks out. Oh, sorry, rather, Darksided getting streaks out. Doesn't find anything. Perko, though, he gets 2 kills onto Envious and Azzy, leaving it in a 2v3 situation, favoring Darksided. Cones has actually picked up his FTL jump, I believe. Again, Flare's still yet to use that reactive armor. He could potentially use it here to clutch up the game, or is it better to wait in the case that it does go to a later round, a round 11 potentially, who knows? But now Spades in a 1v3 situation. This is going to be so tough for the man. He's got 30 seconds to work with, 3 players to find. Can't get the first one. I think he actually got shot in the back. We'll have to see in the final kill cam. But there it is now. Darksided, they bring it one more back, and it's still within 1 round of this victory.
Darksided clutching up. We had to see Cones use his Trinity rocket there while not getting any kills. The information obviously proving invaluable.
Yeah.
1 round in this one. Infamous on match point. Everything now comes down to this. We've only got Cones with his FTL jump ready. Flares on the other side of the board has got his reactive armor. We saw that win an entire round for Darksided earlier. Yoshi's not far away from his payload as well. Azzy and Envious 2 for the side of Infamous. Here comes the engagement. Big shots from Flares. Gets a second. Can he make it a third? This is huge.
Oh,
he does.
Flares.
My good God. Flares, Perko, Yosh, and Brownie. See you later, fellas. That is a guaranteed round win now. It's all on Cones. He's been a hero for the game so far, but what a way to close it out. Infamous 6-4.
That was sick from Flares. I mean, I've been talking about it. He needs to step up on Championship Sunday, get back into the game, get back into that slaying role that he's so good at, and being the aggressor here. That 3-piece was insane.
I want to put the 3-piece down to maybe a mistake. I think the shockwave, if he'd managed to get the shockwave off of the dumpster, off of the trash compactor, it might have saved him, but pff, dude, beaming.
Guys, what a thriller of a search and destroy right there. This series, you know, to kick us off for the day, it was pretty one-sided for the hard point, but a little bit more action in the search and destroy. Obviously, you know, jam-packed full of action. Millboss, what are some standout moments from that as we go through the highlights?
So there has to be the clutch situations that were won by both teams there. Cones, obviously, we saw in that first round, able to win the clutch 1v2. Here again, Envious, he ran out of time. Oh, sorry, Cones ran out of time. Envious just toyed with him, ran away, didn't allow Cones to get that kill. You know, so many moments came down to that clutch 1-on-1, 2-on-2 situations that both teams had quite a bit of success winning.
Yeah, Perko, super clutch plays from him. And on the other side, Cones managed to get a great round win himself, pretty much in a 2v1 or even a 3v1 situation. And this was a glorious turn from Flares. I mean, Flares playing out of his goddamn mind in this entire game. You know, you saw that final 3-piece. It was just a delight to watch. Great stuff. You know, there it was. More Flares action. And that was early in the round, James.
Yeah. Well, that's going to do it for these two teams on the first search and destroy. I mean, that sort of goes to show the experience that Infamous have over potentially Darksided. As I said, I haven't seen too much from them, but they just didn't really, you know, they weren't able to close out some of their more dominant rounds, you know, almost going down to that 1v3 from Flares. You can't allow that sort of situation to happen where it comes down to that 1v1 when you have a 3-man advantage. That's a sticky situation, but Infamous, they clutched up when they needed to, and they proved with their experience that they are the better team on Search and Destroy, at least on this map. I would be interested to know if they love this map or not, because that was quite good in some of those rounds.
Well, now I love this map. I wasn't a Scorch fan before, but after watching this series, call me a convert. I'm going to get a tattoo across my chest that says Mars loves Scorch for life. Perko now. More just these highlights just not ending. That was fine. We did see the Trinity Rockets come out there. This was the fourth round win, sorry, for the boys in yellow, Dark-Sided. They did a great job of closing this one out, and they forced Spades into an impossible winning situation and absolutely shut him down. But we are getting closer and closer to that three-piece, which was possibly the best way to close out a Search and Destroy game. Again, both teams pretty even thus far, dude, but their Search and Destroy was where we were really going to play it out. Here's the three-piece. I mean, that is just flawless. Brownie, super unfortunate there, man. I think, or maybe it was, sorry, it was Perko was the last player. He wanted that Shockwave to take him just below that container, the trash compactor there. Hey, man, pixels are what makes the difference between winners